So today we are going to discuss about the 2020 A-level trigonometry question. So let's get started. This is a very easy question. It's fine if I do in Sinhala or English. If I do in English and Sinhala, you will be able to understand what this means actually. So let's get started by the most basic question given. They are given that we should show that sine A plus B is equal to something. So we should expand this trigonometric formula. So sine A plus B, as you can the other one, that's what they have said. So we can write the final answer like sine A cos A, sine A cos B plus sine B cos A. So this is how you should do this, and it's a very easy question. Kaawurat මේක කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේක හම් වෙනවා marks 10ක්. 10 marks will be awarded for this question. So this is one very easy question. I hope you won't miss this question because this is one easy thing to keep in mind, right? So ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නේ ගියොත් sin 90 minus theta equals cos theta කියලා prove කරන්න ඕනේ. Sin 90 minus theta. So sin 90 minus theta is equal to sin 90. So I'll write it. Sin 90 cos theta minus, since method minus sin එකක් තියෙන නිසා sin 90 minus theta expressed as sin theta, just like we did here. In here there was a plus sign, but when there is a minus sign for sine, we should subtract. In cosine rule there is something else, right? So this sine, if there is minus here, we should put minus. So sin theta dot cos 90. So cos 90, you know that it's cos 90 සමාන බිඳුවට බිඳුවෙන් මොනවා හරි වැඩි කරොත් බිඳුවම තමයි. So sin 90 cos theta 0, sin 90 is equals to 1. So 1 into cos theta will give you cos theta. Right. So ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නේ කියන්නේ 2 sin 10, right? 2 sin 10. Two sin 10 සමානයි cos 20 minus root 3 sin 20. So මෙතන කරන්න ඕනේ 2 sin 10. හරි 2 sin 10, when you see this you should be able to understand that there is something with relation to the 30 and the 20, right? So therefore 30 minus 20 we can say 10. We can obtain the answer that way. 2 sin 30 minus 20 is equal to this side, obviously. So 2 sin 30 cos 20 minus 2 cos 30 sin 20 is equals to, so අපි දන්නවා sin 30 එකකින් එන්නේ භාගයක්. හරි 1/2, right? So if you take 1/2 here, half cos 20 minus 2 root 3 over 2 sin 20. හරි. දැන් මේකයි සුළු වෙනවා. මේකයි සුළු වෙනවා. cos 20 minus root 3 sin 20. So මෙතනින් බැලුවොත් cos 20 ඍණ root 3 sin 20 කියලා අපිට උත්තරේ එනවා. මේ ටිකට අපිට හම්බ වෙනවා මාක්ස් මේ ටිකට මාක්ස් 10න් මේකට 10යි හරි මේකට 10යි මේකට 10යි හම්බ වෙනවා. So therefore we can obtain a total of 30 marks. This is one easy question, so please don't miss this question. One easy question, all you got to do, know is these basic equations. There are many equations such as for sine, we have for cosine, and we have for tan. All those, if you understand, you will be able to obtain the correct answer and get the full mark for this. This is a very easy question, so hope you don't miss it. So next question they have asked us to find, so they have given us a triangle, right? So they have given us a triangle, we should show the sine rule first, right? We should show the sine rule. So that is one easy question, right? So for this, if we use the sine rule, right? Sine rule, A over sine A, B over sine B is equals to C over sine C. So let's check the answer script as to how many marks we will be obtaining from this. So you will obtain a total of 10 marks for this working. So you will obtain a total of 10 marks where A, B and C are constants. They are lengths, so they are numbers, right? Okay. So now if I draw the triangle, right? If I draw the triangle now, sine, this is 80, this is going to be alpha, this is given as 20, right? So the notations go like this: A, this is B, this is D, and this is C. So therefore these are the data they have given. They have also given that AB is equals to DC. So that is a huge data needed to obtain the next answer, so that you can prove that equation, right? This is how you do it. So first of all, if you consider this triangle, you should consider this first triangle. Using triangle ADC, right? Using triangle ADC, we should take the first answer. So to take the first answer using this triangle, you should know, so we said that if we consider sine A, then we should consider the opposite angle to that, which is A. So therefore, if we consider this this side, and we should consider this angle, which is alpha, right? So this angle is alpha, so therefore we consider that as sorry, that is not alpha. Let's consider that as another angle. Let's consider that as theta, right? So for our convenience. So if this is alpha, then you know that this is pi minus alpha, right? Since this is a parallel 180-degree line. So pi minus alpha and alpha we have. So then this total is going to be equal to pi minus alpha plus theta plus 20. So pi and pi you can cancel out. Theta alpha minus theta, sorry, alpha minus 20 is equals to theta. So now you know the angle of theta. So the rest you can easily find using the sine rule. We apply for triangle ABC. So therefore we can say that DC over sine sine alpha minus 20 is equals to the next part. We can choose the common line for this two triangles. So the common side for these two triangles is AB. So AD, this is the angle line AD, and the opposite angle for this is 20, right? So therefore we can say that AD over sine 20. So this one we can actually express like sine 20 over sine alpha minus 20 is equals to AD over DC. This is equation 1. So now to prove the rest, the other side, we should use this triangle ABD. Triangle ABD. Make sine rule. So therefore, for this one, if we choose the side, the common side first, we see that that's AB over sine alpha is going to be equals to AD or times sine 80. So then we can say that AD and AB is there. AD. So first of all, you got to take sine 80 is equals to sine alpha AD over AB. Then අපිට equations දෙකක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. මේ AD සමානයි AB සමානයි DC වලට ප්‍රශ්න දීලා තියෙන විදිහට මේක equation 1 2 සමාන කරොත් මේ අන්තිම අහලා තියෙන උත්තරේ එනවා. ඒක දැන් ඒක සුදු කරමු. So that since I'm lacking some space, I will just erase this first part. Sine 80 sine alpha is equals to sine 20 sine alpha minus 20. Finally, we will get the answer. So sine 80 sine alpha, you should use cross multiplication, right? You should cross multiply with the left hand side and the right hand side, and then you will obtain that sine 20 dot sine alpha. This is your final answer. For all these steps, you will get a total mark of 35 marks. Am I right? Yes, you will get a total of 25 marks for all of these workings. So therefore, for this one, you will obtain a total of 25 marks. Right, 25 marks. So up to now, you have totally obtained about 40 marks. So this is one easy question. I'm pretty sure that you understood what I just did here, right? Okay. So the next part says that we should prove that sine 8 is equal to cos 10. Now how are you going to prove this? Now that is one very easy part. For that one, I will use this same thing, right? So I will erase this. Make sure you write the steps step by step. I'm doing this so we can save some time. Right. So this is how we are going to prove that relation. So instead of theta, if you put 10 here, right? If you put 10 degrees, then that will be equal to sine 80, right? So this is equals to sine 80, right? So then sine 80 is this, sine 90 and cos 10. Instead of theta, put here 10. First of all, you can use this first relation and mention in the paper taking theta is equals to 10 degrees. We take theta equals 10 degrees, then we will get. So therefore we have replaced all the theta values by 10. Now what you got to do is put 10 here, and final answer you will get as 10. So finally we can say that sin 80 සමානයි cos 10. sin 80 සමානයි cos 10ට. හරි. මේකට අපිට හම්බෙන මුල් ලකුණු ටික 10යි. මේකට 10ක් හම්බෙනවා. So this one also I am pretty sure that you can do this. This is a well obvious fact. We can use the first relation. Note that in these types of questions, that when you get these questions, that the results obtained in each part will be useful as you go through the question. You can see that using the very first question, that we obtain the answer for this part which is way below that. So therefore you should be well mindful. If they have said you to prove, if they have said you to show that, then you should be well and be very careful, and you should take that into consideration, that all these things they have asked in the question will be useful for the remaining simplifications. So therefore that you should consider about that, right? If we go to the next part, now they are asking us to show that tan alpha is equal to something, some sort of relation, right? So let's do that part as well, right? So now to prove that tan alpha is equal to that value, now if we should rewrite this, right? We should rewrite sin 80 is equal sin 80 dot sin alpha minus 20 is equals to sin 20 dot sin alpha, right? So this is the relation, right? Yes, so this is the relation. So then we, instead of sin 80, we can use this result. So cos is equals to cos 10. Sin 80 is equals to cos 10. So instead of this, now we can put here, so cos 10 sin alpha minus 20 is equals to sin 20 dot sin alpha, right? So now we should arrange this. Now that is one easy step. So you should expand using the very first expansion. You should expand this. So cos 10 dot sin alpha cos 20 minus cos 10 cos alpha sin 20 is equal to sin 20 dot sin alpha. So now you can see that in here, if we divide this, if we divide, how are we going to take that? Cos 10 and sin alpha. Right, so therefore, if we have to take so in the final in these types of questions, you should always observe the final question, what they have asked to prove. So there are many ways to prove that. We should, here they have given a hint that this is equals to something sine 20 over cos 20 or minus 2 sine 10. So to get this 2 sine 10, what you got to do is, you should consider the sine 20 values. So in the sine 20 values, you should, one of the sine 20 values should be solved, right? Should be solved. So let's solve the left hand side, right? Let's solve the right hand side, sine 20. I'll rewrite this expression, cos 10 sine alpha cos 20 minus cos 10 cos alpha sine 20 is equals to 2 sine 10 cos 10 dot sine alpha. Nice. So now what you got to do is, you can cancel off all these cos 10 values, right? From the right hand side and the left hand side, you can cancel off the cos 10 values. Now what you got to do is, if you divide this by cos alpha. Now let's divide this by cos alpha. So in here we will get tan alpha cos 20 minus cos alpha. If you divide this by cos 20, yes, this will be cancelled off. The cos right here will be cancelled off. It will become 1, right? It will become 1. Oh, wait. We divided this by cos alpha, right? So therefore this will be tan alpha cos 20 minus sine 20. Since we divide by cos alpha divided by cos alpha is equals to 1. So therefore this is equals to 2 sine 10 dot tan alpha, right? So right here we should now consider what is the next thing that we should consider. So we can take this to this side and take this to this side, and we'll get that tan alpha as common. We will get tan alpha as a common term, and then we'll get cos 20 minus 2 sine 10 is equals to sine 20. Tan alpha is equals to sine 20 over cos 20 minus 2 sine 10. So that is the answer which they have asked. So this broke some sweat, right? This got me sweating actually to get his answer, right? So this is actually intense part. It is the most intense part of this trigonometry question, that you should solve this and get the proper answer. So this you can see that the simplifications were very easy since they have given the left hand side, but if they haven't given the left hand side, it would be difficult, especially when we consider that this 2 sine 10 and cos 10 to identify what has to be solved. That's the hard part. So tan alpha is equal to sine 20 cos 20 minus 2 sine 10. The next thing which you got to show is that this tan alpha is equal to tan pi by 6, is it? Tan alpha is equals to, you should show that alpha equals 30 degrees. So now let's show that. So now you can clearly see that we have another relation, that this 2 sine 10 we found as what was the answer we got for 2 sine 10? 2 sine 10 was equals to cos 20 minus root 3 sine 20. So therefore they have given the hint there itself. You can see how easy this question is. Tan alpha is equals to sine 20 cos 20 minus root minus cos 20 plus root 3 sin 20. This and this will be 0. So tan alpha sin 20 root 3 sin 20, this and this can be cancelled off. Tan alpha is equals to 1 over root 3. Tan alpha is equals to tan pi by 6. Alpha and tan values can be cancelled off, so alpha is equals to 30 degrees. So this is it for the trigonometry question. The next part of it is going to show is to prove that the left hand side and the right hand side are equal, and also we should find the value for x. So that one I'll discuss in the next theory class, right? I'll discuss it in the next theory class, and that's it for today, right? So for that one you will need another theory. I hope you revise for the next one, and this is it for today, and I hope you have a nice day. Thank you.